idea, non avete idea. È tutto il giorno che sto aspettando, cazzo, non vedo l'ora di fare la live solo per poter fare l'Archon Quest, solo per poter fare finalmente l'Archon Quest. È fichissima, non vedo l'ora. Ho sentito delle robe bellissime su questa parte di Archon. Sono partita molto presto, ovviamente per ovvi motivi, quindi perché mi hanno detto anche che è anche parecchio lunga, quindi noi adesso ci andiamo subitissimo, ci andiamo, mamma mia se ci corriamo. E intanto la nostra Lumine si stiracchia tantissimo. Ok, let's go. E le retine come al solito. Esatto. Ok, Candace è già lì davanti, bravissima.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting
Ottimo.
for? Let's...
Please, wait a moment.
Cosa c'è?
Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
Cosa devo prometterti?
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
Ok, non troppo, va bene. Non te lo
What do you
posso.
think?
Ci proverò.
Okay.
Non posso prometterti che non lo farò, ma ci proverò. Akasha Spulse e Kalpa Flame Rise. Mamma mia. Ho l'hype a 1000, non avete idea. Ci sono e lo so che ci sei, lo so. Lo so, ho l'hype super a 1000, raga, non avete idea. Vabbè. Lumin, non salire sui cespugli, per favore. Te lo chiedo per favore, Lumin. Ok.
Everyone's here so early!
Ok, ciao belli.
Why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Ok, hanno già discusso senza uccidersi.
Hey,
e già
where have you
tanto.
been? I've missed you too.
Ciao Deia, bella.
Are you
amore
ready?
mio. Sì,
Very well.
ok. Ok, hanno
Are you sure
hanno
this is
fatto un
gonna
piano
work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
e dobbiamo essere diretti qua.
It's worth a try.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution.
E
Let's
questo è
cut the
vero?
small talk and move to the next point.
Va bene.
You're making Paimon nervous.
Raga, dobbiamo essere... Beh? Ah, ok, sono usciti.
You're
Ah,
finally
ok, non
done.
potevo uscire io.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later.
Ok.
Come
Avete
on,
detto
don't
che-
give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
Sì.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care.
Fate quel che volete, ma almeno stiate al sicuro. Ci sta.
Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
We have a plan.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense
Perché
people's
sei
emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Next Nagarba Day. Ok, mi dispiace, non so pronunciarlo. Chiedo scusa, so che probabilmente o è indiano o altro, eccetera. Chiedo scusa per qualsiasi lingua sia, perché in questo momento non mi ricordo, ma non riesco a pronunciarlo. Quindi chiedo perdono.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To
Andrà
be honest,
wrong.
I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
No, ho scritto Arkin.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Vabbè, lo metterò a
Their deeds
posto
speak for
dopo.
themselves.
Candace,
E
we
niente.
stayed behind to tell you that.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to
Sì,
you. Only
dobbiamo
when you're
stare al
safe can
sicuro,
plan
staremo
these
bene, che
successes.
nessuno
You're
ti
welcome.
preoccupare.
And
Sei la
thank you for
mamma
taking
di
my
tutti.
advice.
Va bene,
Good
passo un
luck.
po' le mie cuffie che mi stanno parlando.
With everything.
Su Telegram sì. Ah, su Telegram,
I'll
ok.
be here in the
Va bene,
village
ok,
praying for
vabbè,
you.
ho sbagliato. Ero emozionata, non so. Ok, andiamo da Alaita. Al Heitam, come dicono loro. Ho messo sì Lumin come nel party per seguire la
Sounds
trama.
good.
O è un
I'll go
nostro
make some
amico?
preparations.
Ok,
Okay.
I'll hit them.
Have you
perfetto.
finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah. Also, Candace
Ah,
told everyone
almeno
to
in
be
live lo
careful.
chiamiamo normale, dai.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be
Okay.
able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go
dobbiamo
beyond that
stare
and
molto
fully
attenti,
commit
lo
ourselves
so,
to
lo
it.
so,
I
vai
hope this
tranquillo.
is clear to you.
Ma sì, ma vai tranquillo.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Beh,
Didn't
vuole-
we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
Ok, al hate
In
non
that
sa
case,
incoraggiare le
Candace
persone.
can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Beh, vabbè, comunque ci ha detto di stare super attenti. Sicuramente preferisco qualcuno che mi dice di stare super attento. Però si poteva dire un paio di parole di
You don't look
incoraggiamento.
anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the
Disse quello con i
advantage of not being a
pettorali.
mercenary is that I get to stay in a
Sono
safer
solo
place and offer
muscolare,
my
sai,
strategic
la
insight.
muscolatura e la
Just think about that mercenary who
combattimento.
lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation.
I'm not like the rest of them.
Non è un po'.
Even among
Scuola,
members of the
lo
same
scribano.
species, some will exhibit far more potential.
This guy. Hyman still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you
Beh,
a
un po'
lunatic.
lunatico lo è, però va bene.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a
Vai
compliment.
po'. Testone.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins?
Sì, mi ricordo.
It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden
Mi
knowledge has the
ricordo
power to
quella cosa,
drive people
francamente.
insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public.
Non è stato mai
Even
fatto
I,
neanche
who
lui
has
di quella
worked in the
roba lì,
academia for
ok.
some, I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to
sono
the
stati
corrupting,
corti, quindi va
but the
benissimo.
academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of
Ok,
madness
perché
are a
hanno
side
tutti
effect of
questi
human
sintomi di
contact
pazzia,
with divine
eccetera,
knowledge, and
eccetera.
come to
Ok.
think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering,
Perfetto.
Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't
Perché
you
qualcuno
think
sta
what is happening
usando
right now
della
across Sumeru
della
is
conoscenza
rather similar
proibita e
to the
sta facendo
forbidden
del
knowledge
casino, va
pollution?
bene. Riassuntone
Hyman thought
praticamente.
that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may
Certo.
precisely be the
Il fatto
pollution
che
from forbidden
Irminsul sia
knowledge.
malato l'albero e il fatto che stanno
that's
usando
the
questa
case,
conoscenza proibita per
what should we
ammalare
do?
l'albero.
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
Lei dice che la chiave per salvare Irminsul è contenuta nella conoscenza rimasta di quella
You
prima.
mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia
The
forest?
World, esatto.
That whole the world forget me thing?
L'unica cosa.
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue
Dobbiamo
Lesser Lord
lavorare.
Kusanali. Only to make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we
Ok.
going?
To an eremite base.
Ha una base degli eremiti, a posto, andiamo dagli gnocchi. Perfetto, mi va bene. Dove? Qui vicino, ok. Vado di qua, faccio il giro. Corri, Lumin. Corri, piccola stellina. Agli eremiti. Ah, gli gnocchi. Sì, sì. Che poi fa molto ridere che ieri a pranzo ho mangiato gli gnocchi di patata. Ho sbagliato. È su. Ah, ma è lì. Ah, vabbè, qualcuno qua dietro. Che stavo facendo. Ah, no, devo parlarci, scusate. Abitudini di... che arriva alle basi e devo distruggere le cose. Scusate.
Oh, you made it.
Oh, sono i due tipi.
What are they doing here?
Sono i due tipi che
I gave
avevamo
them
in
some
casca.
technical work to do.
C'è lavoro da
it's the
fare.
scribe.
And is that the traveler I see?
Sì,
How's the
quanti?
work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Cosa aiutano?
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction?
Cosa dobbiamo...
Look here.
Ok.
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Ci
I'm a
sta.
little scared, but very, very furious.
Stai tranquilla, Pai, un attimo.
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to
Okay.
record something into this
Cosa
capsule.
devo registrarli
Do you
dentro?
believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Sì,
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this.
io voglio sapere la
Now,
verità.
please get ready and put on this device.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Va bene?
Yes.
Ok.
Paimon is still really
La nostra
worried.
convinzione dentro
I
questo.
understand, but trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's
Okay.
best if you can do as I say, because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Sono troppo.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ok.
As a result, we have changed everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our
Ok,
achievements.
praticamente dobbiamo immaginarci che il nostro piano è andato benissimo, abbiamo salvato una isla, tutto a posto.
Now, open your eyes.
Ok.
Here,
What's this?
read it out loud. It's done.
Che
Is
esperienza
your head
affascinante.
okay? Does anything hurt?
Ah, sto bene.
It's just
ok.
a recording. There should be no negative
Sì, era
effects.
solo registrato una roba, vai tranquilla.
What's the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh?
E che,
What do
che
you
dobbiamo
mean?
darle queste capsule dove
Have
c'è
you
la nostra
forgotten?
convinzione?
Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is
Quindi
nothing
dobbiamo
short of
trasferirlo
absolute
dentro la
truth.
cascia così loro sanno
Imagine
che
if you've been
è
using a
vero-
device like the
è
Akasha since the
verità.
day you were born. And this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A puppet.
A fool?
A slave to orders.
Anche. E ho
And
detto,
that's why rules are so important.
è
In
vero.
addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray
Sono
areas.
d'accordo su questo, che le regole deriano i...
But why
Ci
would
sono
you
le
need to
regole per un
identify the
motivo.
gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very...
Things
Ok.
you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
No,
Anyway,
non credo che
that's
sono
enough
tutti come
chit-chat.
l'Aita, ma come
I'm
cavolo.
going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and
Ok,
start
prossimo
preparing
passo
for
per
the
il
next
nostro
step.
piano.
Small
Siamo pronti.
projects.
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few
Ok, voglio
modifications.
modificare gli Akasha, va benissimo, sono d'accordo su questo. Quei cosi, per quanto siano interessanti, hanno portato solo un sacco di problemi. Ovviamente controllati dall'Accademia.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
Cosa hai combinato,
The
Simon?
plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought.
Ma
And
scusa,
in the
prima
end,
sai, quindi ci dici vicino.
I
Perché?
still
Qual
can't
è il
agree to
problema?
it.
But
Qual
it's
è il
still the
problema?
best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Il piano di Alata è
Oh,
molto più
Ethan's
radicale
plan
di
is even
quanto
more
immaginassi.
radical than I imagined.
Ho capito, magari serve.
Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you...
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Vabbè, se sa ci vive.
Traveler, Paimon. This is
Ok,
also
dai.
something you should
Dimmi
know.
qual è il problema e vediamo.
Ramon's plan is to have me work with the caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru
Qual è il
City.
problema?
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
Esatto, come
We
possiamo
can't
lavorare
get
con loro?
through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City.
Ok.
My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group.
Ah, per
There's
entrare
no
perché
better way.
per entrare meglio dentro la città, effettivamente.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Credo che lo sappia
Of
benissimo, per
course he
questo te l'ha
does.
detto.
He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly
Però in
trust
effetti non
anyone, and I've
saprei come
always
fare
had a good
entrare dei
eye for
mercenari
people.
così, cioè, o se
I
non
think you made a
travestirli,
number
però
of
che
valid
fai?
points.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline
Aspetta,
from the
che detto di
guards.
usare anche l'auto
To
delle
make the whole
guardie,
thing
santo
more
cielo, però,
convincing,
va bene che
you'll
hai
need to
un
resist
testone
to
che
some
volete, però
degree.
non è che appena
Casualties are
dice
inevitable once push comes
facciamo
to shove.
questo, allora ok.
I'm okay
Che
with the
cazzo.
deaths of enemies,
Va bene tutto.
but now that
Non
we're
può aver
allies,
sempre torto.
I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people
Vabbè,
like you
fai l'arresto con le
are
altre
hard to come
guardie. Le altre
by.
guardie non saranno
I've always
bravissime,
treated
ma
my
non...
allies with honesty and respect.
Sai, non sei dolcissimo.
They have the right to
Capisco la tua
know important
preoccupazione,
things
però
like this.
provaci,
Ah,
dai.
you're making this
È
hard
solo
for
questa
me.
volta.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
So cosa sto facendo?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Beh, in effetti Raman e i suoi altri vogliono fare questa cosa. Cioè, non credo che avrebbero detto di sì. Se non fossero stati comunque convinti, quindi bisogna comunque rispettare. Se no, non era Hightown a dire questa cosa perché era convinto.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on.
Oh,
We strongly value the lives of our friends.
va
We
bene.
have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But
Okay.
remember, you need to follow the plan and
Ecco,
not
su
do
questo sai
anything
ragione, non fai
reckless.
che li ha avventato però.
Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we
Esatto.
can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation,
Seguo il tuo piano però.
there should be no more animosity between...
Okay, you have a deal.
Esatto.
Let's do
Non
this
fai
for
niente da
our
inventare.
shared dream.
Ah, è tutto.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Ok. Corro, corro, corro. Corro, corro. Tutto perché voglio vedere anche il dottore, lo ammetto. Ma l'ho scritto nel titolo, quindi lo sapete già. Salve, signore guardie.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Ah, abbiamo dei sospetti.
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan
Esatto,
Reap.
quindi dovete
Of
darmi una
course, of
mano.
course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's
Esatto,
order.
seguite gli ordini del
Just let us know
generale.
what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting?
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Ahmar in Port Ormos.
Ok.
They're
As many as Ain al Ahmar. This should definitely be classified as a joint
Guarda come
operation.
sono contenti di avere
And I suggest
tra
that you
le mani
report
un
this to your
grande-
superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Ok, andiamo.
Because this is work.
Questo è il lavoro. Sei molto più amichevole con
Because I
noi.
trust you.
Perché mi fido di te. Oh, non mi fare lo sballo.
Paimon can't believe
Mwah,
you're still in the
bello
mood
lui.
to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff.
Quando
Aren't
lavora
you
lui
even
è
a little worried?
autoritario, ma esce
What
con
if
noi è
these
un
guards
patato.
already know that you have betrayed the academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra?
Non devono
Even
saperlo.
if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We
Forse no.
discussed this, remember?
È vero. Abbiamo discusso.
The caravan rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry. The guards
Ok,
there
queste
shouldn't know
guardie
that
qui non
Sino has
sanno
stepped
che
down.
Sino ha tradito
How can
l'accademia.
you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which
Okay.
proves that the academia has been covering up the matter.
Ok, perché
Second,
l'accademia ha
this is a
coperto
crucial
tutto.
moment for the academia's god creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's
Esatto.
bound to attract
Non
a lot of
vogliono
unwanted
attenzione
attention.
particolare se stanno creando
No
un
matter
dio,
how you
quindi
look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of
meglio
Sino's departure.
non dire niente su
A
Sino,
reasonable
perfetto.
inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction
esatto,
function of the
l'Akasha
Akasha will
potrebbe dire
affect our
questo.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert.
Okay.
Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry.
Ok,
If you
quindi
remember,
per ora
when you
possiamo
first came to Aru
Akasha, va
village,
benissimo.
all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
Quindi noi siamo l'interferenza?
That's true. But why?
Interferiamo.
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's
Esatto.
true. But the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
Ok.
The academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
Perché
By sorting and analyzing entered data,
Loro-
the Akasha can
loro
derive
portano tramite
behavioral
la
logic
logica, ma
and
se noi non
predict the actions
seguiamo la
of
loro
those who fit
logica,
an existing logic model.
loro non possono
However,
seguirci.
at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered
Sì,
logical at
esatto,
all
non sempre
times?
ragioniamo per logica.
Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense?
Cazzo, c'aveva ragione.
Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another
Vero,
person
lui
who could
lavorerebbe da
sway you
solo.
or your thoughts,
Questa è una
the
cosa
Akasha
logica che
could
lui
produce
farebbe.
predictions that were
Ma se
similar
lavora
to your
con
real-life
qualcuno,
behavioral
non sarebbe
principles.
Sino.
Decisive
Quindi
and
va
principled,
fuori così.
you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the
Quindi mi
Akasha
hanno
hasn't
sentito
yet
la
figured
Akasha
out the
perché
full
Sino sta
composition of it.
collaborando con qualcuno. Non è
Our
più
thoughts and
un-
logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. The
Okay.
Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Ci sta.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Sono d'accordo.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped
È
by the
comunque la
past.
macchina. Non può sapere tutto delle persone.
Paimon's so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our
Sì,
meetings.
esatto, poi ma devi stare un po' più attenta.
Will do.
Just
Vedo che ce la
remember to
faremo.
stay vigilant.
Staremo tranquilli. Sì, basta dirmi di stare vigile, di fare attenzione, ho capito.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here.
Quanto?
I'm the security officer of the
Quest'uomo,
Grand
queste mani
Desert
grandi che
District.
c'ha.
My name is Luxembargo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler.
Ok,
She will be working with me. The
esatto.
construct next to her is for her work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
Ah, ecco perché.
What a great honor to meet you.
Sono
Your
dei gelli
golden hair
d'oro.
is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the academia?
Ciao.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
Mi sono ricordata
It
adesso che
seems to be a
effettivamente
dire
i
situation,
gemellini
so of
hanno
course you will have our full
colore di capelli
cooperation.
molto
To be perfectly
biondo
honest, I've
rispetto
always
a
longed to go on a
Monty
mission
Kewat.
with someone as...
There's no need for flattery.
Yes,
Sì,
sir.
non dai i
Take your most
complimenti,
elite
non li
platoon and
vuole.
follow me to the eastern side of the district.
Esatto.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
Esatto, dammi la mappa.
In 2 days,
Ci
we
fa
will
ridere
engage
come
Ramon's
dice
airmites
qualcosa.
and
Sì,
capture
sai,
all
sì,
of them.
tenga. Tra poco
Any
si
questions
inchinano
about the
sui piedi.
time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
Sì, mi
This
fa
is all
sentire
due
molto
to the
bene.
absolute authority of the academia. And now, get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Me l'avevo anche detto. 2 giorni dopo, ma chi? Ma basta, ma fammi una roba chiamata dissolvenza. Ah, me ne senso 2 giorni dopo. Come faceva SpongeBob.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Male che è qui fuori. Vero? Non è tanto qui fuori. Facciamo prima che aspettarci. Aspettati qua. Una. Ho sbagliato strada, sì. Di qua. Ok. Finita la stamina. Perché così in fondo? Potevo farlo alle porte della città. Eccoli. Adesso dovremo far finta di
Our helpers have
combattere.
arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Cosa? Che c'è? Ma cosa ti spaventi? Te l'ha pure detto.
You're my assistant, remember?
Sì.
Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
Giusto, c'ha ragione anche lui. Scusami.
It's
Devo-
General Mahamatra and
Prima
his
tu,
assistants.
scusami.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve.
Okay.
They are our only leads for the case.
Understood.
Ok, li
Everyone!
catturiamo.
The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do
Sono
you
degli attori
want?
nati.
Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Ramon, the academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the academia?
Bravissimi.
Can't believe you came all this way just to...
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight!
Ok.
This is order.
Exterminate!
La cosa bella è che ho anche Sino, quindi questo mi fa molto ridere.
Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Ok.
Your penance is due.
Ho sbagliato.
Your penance is due. The birds call. Time to get back.
Mi piace che stanno mettendo più alleati che combattono contro di te, anche se non fanno tutto sto danno. No? Dai, non posso prenderlo.
Scatter!
Perfetto. Quanti sono? Dai, altri 3.
I will have order.
Citto? Quasi.
Propagate!
Citto nel senso che ho fatto
It's over.
uso il mio bellissimo
We have subdued them.
jolly
The
per
operation is now over.
finire subito
All
le
Aramite
quest perché
mercenaries
fa
and
un
related
sacco
personnel in the
male.
area have been
Sì, 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 l'hanno molestati.
Pitiful Dendro Archon dogs!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Jeshred will curse you, and you will all...
Silence!
Oh,
Esatto. Aia. Che male.
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their
Yes, sir.
Che sanno, magari l'ha fermato.
Mahamatra Sino. I will now take my leave. If you
Understood.
Ok.
You are
ciao.
dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Ok. Quindi?
This part of the plan went...
Yes. Things went perfectly.
That's
Perfetto.
fantastic! And
Fatto
that
sta
punch you gave
tutto troppo
Rama
bene,
there
però.
sure looked convincing
No,
enough.
secondo me gli avrà dare veramente quel pugno.
Once we're done here, I'll return to
penso che col
Caravan
pugno non
Rebot and
fosse
oversee the
finto.
group's transport.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
Esatto, è stato bravissimo, Saino.
It's not the time to celebrate yet.
Ok, andiamo alla Deia.
Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side.
Sa che non scherzeresti
He
su
knows
una
I
roba
won't
del
make...
genere,
If we
ma
need
se no
help,
credo che Tainari non
Tainari
sia
is the best
stupido.
option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
Va bene. Eremita nei credit. Non so come. Ok, andiamo alla Tignari. C'è la Deia, che poi andiamo alla Tignari. Deia che aspetta sempre a questo punto.
We're here!
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all?
Sì, sì, lo so,
Here you
Deia,
come
amore mio,
rolling
stai
in late.
tranquilla.
In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, down 7 drinks, and even...
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Guarda che sta.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting
Ok,
here,
dai,
and
facciamo.
we've got
Andiamo,
important
visto che
stuff to
dici
take
così
care of.
importante. Scusa. Scusa, era un po' così.
I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All right, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor.
Okay.
We need to make sure he won't
Okay,
get in our
l'ha
way
detto.
when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to
Esatto.
impossible for us
Va
to
bene,
achieve our
sì,
goals.
per adesso fermarlo,
Yeah.
raga.
We sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the
Faceva
academia.
parte dell'accademia.
I'd rather
poi è
not
stato-
have to
hanno
deal with
fatto
someone like
comparire
that.
i cazzi.
According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid,
Alla fine è
then we can be
carino
sure that
il-
Tainari still has the
il-
Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tighnari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a
Ok, adesso
bodyguard.
non sempre l'assistente, lei è la nostra bodyguard.
You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just...
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer.
Che devo pagare?
Let's see.
Come
If I
posso
were to charge
pagarti,
you a
Leia?
bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
Ci fai anche uno sconto, bravissimo.
How much more do
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say?
Oh, ma io ti sorrido
I
sempre,
haven't seen you
Leia.
smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Oh.
Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried.
Che
Looking
carina.
good.
Ma
I hope this pretty
carina.
smile will become our
Hai
lucky
visto quanto era
charm.
carina Lumin che sorrideva?
There are many
Porca
kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one
Ha
can
ha
bring
ragione,
blessings
dai,
to
devo
others.
sorridere un pochino di
Let's
più.
let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Party's DI.
Andiamo. Andiamo anche dal dottore. No, gli ormoni non li tengo a bada. Porca miseria. Stavo aspettando questa parte di questo solo per dottore e Scaramouche. Sono molto molto curiosa. E andare sempre qua. Veramente spesso qui.
Let's go say hi!
Ciao.
Tighnari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon.
E
And
tu
you are?
sei?
Hey there.
E
This
ciao.
is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
Beh, non l'aveva capito dal vestiario,
A
guarda.
mercenary. You must have some big news for me.
Eh sì,
It's something really important. Please help us out.
esatto, devi aiutarci.
All right, then follow me.
L'ho visto un attimo confuso. Cosa è successo?
This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay,
Ok,
what is this
vabbè.
important thing you want to ask me?
Hai mai incontrato il dottore? Voglio già sapere dov'è.
The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask.
No, così non
Thinks
aiuti.
he has blue hair.
Sì, ha capelli.
Yes, I know him.
Ah,
Actually, he left Party's DI just a little while ago.
come me, mi ha mancato di
You left
5
already?
minuti.
Yeah,
Cioè, non
he
i
came
5
looking for
minuti veri,
me.
però comunque.
Can I ask
due
what it was
secondi.
about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with
Esatto, è
us.
Sino.
Sino, you say?
E Sino è...
I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay.
Esatto.
I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Ok,
Sino's name really does work wonders.
sono
You're not
amici.
even a little
Stavolta
worried that
non
we
è
might
per
have made
il
it
fatto che
all
lui è
up?
il Mashra.
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino,
Oh, che
none of you
carino, si
strike me as the
fida perché
type that would
siamo noi e
conspire to
Sino.
deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to
Bravo, hai
the
detto
Harbinger
appunto.
you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Oh no,
Hypatia?
perché?
Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent.
No, non andartene. Per favore rimani con noi.
So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more.
Oh. Voglio toccare il pellicciotto.
I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Ma che bella
Your
voce che
sources
c'ha.
are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
No.
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult
delle
to
belle
transfer a
spalle.
patient.
Posso dire questo?
As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery.
Hypatia.
Would that be agreeable
Penso
to
io
you?
mi chiamo.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer.
Okay.
Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass.
Oh. Ha detto di no.
I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him.
Ok. Si è arreso con
I
lei.
prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
Perché? Come ha reagito? Che bello che sei. Come ha reagito? Si è messo a ridere. Si è messo a ridere.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense.
Ok.
You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today, what with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar.
Okay.
Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Perché? In effetti non ho capito. Secondo me, anche secondo me l'ha rapita tantissimo, sarebbe tantissimo da lui la serie. Ah! Hai detto di no. E niente, ho provato con le buone. Partiamo con le cattive.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer.
Esatto.
Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes.
Non sarei
He
l'unico.
never came off as
Una roccia
malicious,
che parla.
but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone,
Guarda uno.
I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
Ma scusi, dottore, lei mi ha fatto questa domanda perché le interessa la mia opinione? Oh no, assolutamente, non mi interessa. Vai pure. Santo cielo.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
Siamo molto
I
sicuri
don't
di
think
questo.
I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky.
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me.
Perché? Oh,
Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research.
Questo è vero.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots
3
stand for a rainy
punti per
day.
un giorno di pioggia.
This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I
Quindi non
believe
forse...
something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you were like me, someone already working at the academia to investigate this matter.
No,
right?
credo che lui abbia stato
I'd like to
parlato con
ask you to do
Simon
that
ad un
for
certo
me.
punto
If you can
dicendo
keep yourself
guarda,
safe. Please
dicono
withdraw
che mi ha mandato un
immediately
sacco
at
di
the first
lettere, però
hint of
lui aveva
danger.
questo vizio
I
di
can
fare
do
questi
that,
puntini, non
but
ci
I have
sono
a
questi
feeling it
puntini,
won't be
quindi
that
io
simple.
credo che le lettere non
The
siano state inviate
academia has
dal
been working on a
maestro.
big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something,
Ok, gli è successo qualcosa
then it will be
comunque.
difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
Oh.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages
E qui
or
sai, no,
direct
come abbiamo
requests
cominciato a
from the
indagare, poi
academia.
siamo arrivati noi,
I must
eccetera,
say,
così.
I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the
Questo è
sages
vero.
say.
Sono leale all'accademia,
I know
però
what I'm doing. On that note,
capire anche quando
aren't you
sbagliano.
also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs.
Amore.
I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end, it still caught up to him.
Adesso sono passati 46 minuti, che cavolo se ne è
I
accorto,
see.
ero troppo
So you
emozionata.
noticed something was up with the academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him.
Fidati
Trust your own
le tue
senses and
sensi, le tue
experiences.
esperienze.
I think this
Amore,
may be something he needs to hear right now.
che carino, che
Ok,
tenori.
we'll find a
Pataccione
chance
anche
to tell
lui,
it.
gli tocco le orecchiette.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left
che parte è
Pardis
andato?
DI?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks
Come
so
di
much.
là.
We'll be on our way.
Vabbè, ma nel frattempo abbiamo parlato con Tignari e lui è già arrivato.
According to
secondo me, là.
Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the
Perché
truth.
dovrebbe mentirci?
He also said that
Non ha
he'll
senso.
take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
Ok,
We
seguiamolo.
have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me.
Ok, ti seguo.
That harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces.
È velocissima.
Or
Aiuto.
perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts.
Aspetta, non lo sto
Maybe that's
dietro,
just
sto
how
correndo.
arrogant he really is.
Ok,
Yep,
l'ho raggiunto.
we're headed in the right
Santo
direction.
cielo.
The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage.
Sta vedendo tracce che
Clearly
vede
they're in
solo
a
lei,
hurry.
bravissima. Dai, dai.
It's just as I thought.
Ah sì? Come pensavi? In che senso? È un cane da tartufo, lei. Quanto? Vai veloce.
We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went.
Da dove è andato?
To
Come
the
hai fatto a
south of here is
capirlo?
Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Se devi
Port
andare...
Ormos?
Senza
They're going
offesa.
to leave by boat?
Leia, amore, io ti adoro. Sei bellissima. Spero un giorno di averti. Ma, a casa, eccetera, così, tra i miei personaggi e tutto il resto. Ma se sta andando, l'ha detto, sta andando a Snezzaio, come può andarci volando? È più facile arrivarci per nave. Va bene.
That's right. Let's go to the port and
Non ho
have a look
seguito
for
delle tracce
ourselves.
invisibili per capirlo. Ma fatevi teletrasportare a Porto Ormos e fatela, ma santo Dio. Non è che... So dove sta andando il dottore, ma l'ha detto. Io... A volte siamo delle cime di rapa, Con...
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right place.
Shh! Don't draw their attention.
Non urlare,
The port is
ovviamente.
crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Donna.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Ma è morta? O la cazzo mi ha salvato la
This is a proper
vita.
farewell ceremony for a Snezhnaya Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
Ok. No.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then,
Aiuto.
the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now.
No, sto
Maybe
qui
the
dietro.
way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him. It's always
fanno a
like
non
that when you
vedermi,
spend too
perdona?
long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat.
Lo vedo.
So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him.
Ho fatto la cavolata. Aspetta. È un po' altina la musica. Aspetta, mi metto un attimo qui dietro. Allora abbasso un peletto. Ok. Adesso ho sbagliato. Allora aspettate. Pif. 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 Aspetta. Pif. Aspetta, aspetti 2 secondi, nani. Perfetto. No! Avevo visto che mi si era finita la stamina. Ah, ok, mi fa partire da qua, perfetto, grazie. Ah, ma stanno bene dov'ero, ma che palline. Che mi devo nascondere qui poi?
This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Cosa?
He saw us.
Cosa ci sta? Sì, ma ragazzi, non mi siete neanche nascosti.
Is he waving at us?
Ma
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
io e la.
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just
Non
now?
ho toccato il
They were
microfono.
all here just a few minutes ago. But now, they vanished.
So this was a trap.
Non ho toccato il microfono. Perché? Bevi, bevi, bevi. Ho toccato il coso per abbassare. No, non ho toccato.
Wait, don't tell me that.
Ti sto
Luckily,
aspettando.
there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Certo.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back
Sì,
to
la voce in
Hypatia.
inglese è veramente meglio. Mamma mia.
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her
Se non
away.
potevo.
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
No, rapire.
Let's
Diverso.
go.
No, ma immagino.
Paradise Di is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
Oh.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs
Con che
in
baffi me lo
Paradise
stai
Di
dicendo?
for
Non
research
ti,
purposes.
non ti credo.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our
Non me ne
research.
frega,
Much
andate via da
less,
qui.
I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not just
Sì, in
looking for
effetti,
herbs.
ragazzi, c'è
With all
davvero che sei
due
cretino.
respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile.
Ma non credo che lui voglia tenere un basso
I may be
profilo.
staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher.
È vero.
It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Mamma mia,
Then it seems
Tegnari
our
tira fuori le
conversation has
palle.
hit an impasse.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Oh.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Proprio.
There's no use resisting. Give us Hypatia.
Assolutamente no.
Yeah, Tainari, beat him up!
Colpisci, Tainari. Tainari, colpisci.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
Surrender.
Mamma mia.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from
Giusto,
behind.
c'hai ragione. Vado.
Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken
No,
in.
controllala. Tocca. No. Ok, sta solo dormendo.
How is she? Oh, that's good.
Oh.
So, you think this is over?
Oh. Devi stare molto tranquillo. Scaramouche.
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've
Ho
given me
avuto
that
un
look
attimo un
every
brividino,
time we
ammetto.
meet.
But, where is he?
Sì.
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia.
Perché proprio lei poi?
I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness
Perché
with me.
giustamente lei ha fatto quella cosa, quindi.
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch.
Addirittura.
I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, traveler!
Paimon,
My
zitta un
deification
attimo.
is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable.
Ok.
Yes. What is it?
Sei molto più amichevole.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood.
Oh, si
Which is
sente
why
bene
I'm
quest'oggi.
talking to
Si è
you like
svegliato
this.
dalla parte giusta del letto.
What do you mean?
La tua coscienza quella di... è estremamente rischioso. Anche se l'Accademia anche se le teorie dell'Accademia sono corrette, tu potresti avere la stessa di un dio. Non potresti essere te stesso. Anche se significa perdere te stesso, vuoi diventare comunque un dio?
Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares.
Perché magari mi
But
importa.
you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such unconnected to your consciousness? So I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance.
Perché?
Ah,
Non fammi
you've seen my
leggere.
affection
Non ho
for
messo.
her.
Madonna.
If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way.
Sì.
She peered into my consciousness.
Ha visto il mio
saw my
passato.
past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower.
Ah, la prima suddito. Ok.
All gods need followers. So Hypatia
È
has
stata
been chosen.
È stata scelta.
Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again?
Sì.
No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging.
Dovresti proteggerla da essere fatta del male.
Who wants to hurt my devout follower?
Chi vuole ferirla? Il dottore. Se lei se ne va non avresti più un tuo follower.
The doctor wants to hurt my first follower?
Sì. Non ti fa arrabbiare. Un po' brutta sta risata.
How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift.
Ok, quindi non vuoi distruggere il dottore, mi va bene, ma mi dai un dono in modo che io possa fermarlo.
It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded.
Ti piace proprio essere al centro dell'attenzione, Scaramouche.
Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon used thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Valetier? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while.
Sta facendo?
Where is the storm headed?
Sta usando l'agnosis per cambiare il tempo.
Outside is in danger! Let's go!
Sì, ma per quale motivo? A che serve far cambiare il tempo, far piovere? Cosa?
Oh, have the Fatui retreated?
Why? Come? Perché Tegnari?
Hey, what happened
Perché
to
stai
you?
andando?
He's hurt.
Vedo.
Don't move. I've seen eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Poverino.
Struck by lightning?
È stato colpito.
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if
Ha allontanato lui i Fatui con i lampi, però ha preso Tegnari nel
were nimble
frattempo.
enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat.
Mi spiace.
Why are you sorry?
Perché Credo di aver usato un po' il tempo, non deve aver triggerato il tanto.
It's all right.
Ti dispiace?
I'm sure you also never expected this to happen. Don't blame yourself.
Oh, mi
My
dispiace.
wound aside, you look like you've seen
Sì,
something
sta bene,
unpleasant.
ma devo dire una roba.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Ok, glielo dici mentre è in piedi, non muoversi.
Let's...
Ok, andiamo lì. Sto uccello. Tonna. Puoi anche smettere adesso, Scaramouche.
Thank goodness she's fine.
Poverino.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
Sì, vabbè, allora
I
piuttosto...
understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
No, ma fa male come non so cosa.
The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
Sì,
No,
sì,
it always thinks it can
sì,
push through the pain.
sì. Più capisci la medicina, più diventi il peggior paziente del mondo. Lo so benissimo. Madonna. Vivere in una famiglia di infermieri ti insegna questo.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
Ma dategli un letto a questo.
Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
Baby.
No, non la... Non è inutile fate il baby, non ho l'acqua. Sto bene.
That's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's God creation plan.
Sì, è abbastanza ridicolo, però ce la stanno facendo.
Ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway,
Vada
this is
a
all way
prendere.
beyond me.
Va
As
bene,
long
la
as I
vado a
can enjoy
prendere.
every day with a drink in my hand,
Ci
tasty
metto 2
food in my
secondi.
stomach, and a good night's rest, that's
Arrivo.
enough. I'll
Ah,
only
le
work
mie
when I have
orecchie.
to.
Aiuto. Arrivo. Preso da bere. Attenti. Fatto. Possiamo andare avanti.
I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some
Preso
urgent
il
matter to
ginger.
attend to
Ho visto che c'è
and
il
left Sumeru in
ginger.
a
L'ho dovuto
hurry.
prendere. Ne ho 9 che stanno facendo Genshin. 9. Adesso che è arrivato il dottore, figurati. C'è poi la Archon quest, eccetera.
Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the balladeer.
Sì.
Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the balladeer claims that Hypatia has seen his
Su
past.
10.
So, what could...
Have you noticed? The
Ancora.
balladeer is not happy
Ho
with
già
the doctor's
bevuto.
actions.
Quante volte devo
He thinks the
bere?
doctor has
Un
no right
piano
to
con
consider
questo.
himself as his equal.
So,
Ah,
if
giusto,
the
ok,
doctor
ok.
was to
Va
show
bene, lo
up again,
accetto.
would the balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Sì,
In
ma
other
adesso sono
words,
triste
we've
perché non c'è più il
successfully
dottore.
completed the stage of the plan.
Adesso avremo
The
Scaramouche.
doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for
Lo
you.
mettete sul
Thank you
letto
for the help,
quest'uomo.
Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Non lasciatelo riposare per terra.
Yeah. All right.
Lo lasciamo qui.
Okay,
Siamo delle
that wraps
persone di
things up for
merda.
us here at Party's DI.
Detto che
Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the
questo
others at the
posto
Grand
non c'è
Bazaar.
un posto, una branda,
Let's continue to
qualcosa.
keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
Va bene, 19:21, ok. Troppo. Ah no, sono appena le 9. L'ho presa prima apposta. Ho già fatto oggi un paio di wish, non è ancora uscito, ho alzato il piti però. Ok, andiamo al Gran Bazar, va bene. Credo che ci arrivo per di qua. Secondo me ho fatto un giro inutile. No, vabbè, ce l'ho fatta. Ok, ceno Alfredo. Con Saino, va bene.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go?
Okay.
Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first.
Ok, com'è andata con te?
We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part.
Ecco.
What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer?
Andiamo alle Balladeer.
After some back and forth, we
Cavolate, hanno
confirmed that the
preso,
doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tighnari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tighnari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
Oh.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now. To avoid alerting the quarry, they will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well,
la prossima volta avverti a Light se vuoi cambiare un po' le cose.
This meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire
Appunto,
us
li
up
stanno
now?
dicendo tutti. Ma incoraggia un po' le
I'd rather we
persone.
all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them. You...
Oh, and if
Potete
you wanted someone to
picchiarlo,
say
sì.
something to that
Avete
effect,
assolutamente
then I
ragione.
must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
Io non sono brava a guidare, io faccio le strategie, va bene.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Ah.
Fine, whatever.
Secondo me sei bravo.
Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me.
Ha chiesto come pagamento un sorriso.
That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
What are you all doing here?
Nilu? Nilu!
Oh, it's Nilu!
Ciao,
Hey,
patata.
everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all.
Infatti stiamo parlando davanti al suo teatro, giustamente.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Oh, che carino, ok.
Join you? You mean...
Ma è Rosita?
You also want to discuss something important?
È Rosita?
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting
Sta
me?
arrossendo. Nilu?
can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and
persone
most
più
passionate
coraggiose,
people of
appassionate
Sumeru.
di tutta Sumeru. Oh mio Dio.
Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are
Ma siete
not from
bravissimi anche voi
Sumeru,
che siete forti su me.
but
Va
you
bene.
are awesome as well.
Che carini.
That's right.
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Oh, che carini che sono.
I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Va bene.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
Credo che possa
All the
farcela.
preparations are done. Now, can we finally...
So,
Domani
have you
salveremo
thought
una
of what you'd
dea,
like to say,
perfetto.
boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome.
Esatto, mettiamocela tutta. Buonanotte a tutti, bellissimo.
A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Come?
Alright, let's all go home and get
Cosa?
a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow.
Okay, so I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.
A penne. Avrei riso tantissimo se dicevano buonanotte e c'era il sole altro del cielo. Ok. Alle 8. Va bene, basta sta cosa però mi sponta. E tiè. No, ok, era effettivamente sera, quindi va bene.
Today is the Academia's Niagara Day. We can finally put a...
Facciamo prima. Dobbiamo essere veloci. Ero lì di fianco proprio.
Sleep well?
Sì, dai.
Not really. Hyman got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine.
Ok.
After all, a good rest should be considered part of
Ok,
the
ha
plan.
dormito
since
bene. Che carini. Ora basta dire.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we
Tutto
execute
perché ha
our
dormito
plan.
bene, non è che devi dargli conto, però, cioè, non dargli il conto per delle cazzate adesso.
Anyway,
Va bene.
do you need me to go over the game plan again?
Ok.
Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Hyman's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the Sage...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone.
Una tecnologia...
In the sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukadevata's that she
Il
once used
santuario
to
di che
isolate
usa
herself
poi
while
Naida.
meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time
500
modified the
anni fa,
device so that it could no
Grande
longer be
Sage ha
controlled from
modificato
the inside.
quello
They were effectively
strumento.
trapping one god with the power of another.
Stanno tappando un dio con i poteri di un altro.
Don't forget, today is Nyargarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the
Importante giorno
Academia.
dell'Accademia.
The sages and core Academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Academia's grounds are flowing with all
Quindi
sorts
c'è
of
un
people.
sacco di gente, quindi ci
When the Grand
infiltriamo,
Sage
va bene,
leaves his
potevi
office
dirla
to
così.
supervise the entering process. Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all.
Non sarà facile.
If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Nyargarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through
Quindi,
the front
camminiamo?
door?
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Forse fare una cosa stealth in un momento del genere, secondo me. Entriamo e basta. Facciamo le cose con calma. Aspetta che tolgo il pet giusto un attimo. Ok.
Scribe?
Cosa?
Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
Sì. Quindi?
That's
Calmati,
me.
gli hanno chiesto
Is
una
something
roba.
the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not
Saggi
long ago,
vogliono
but
lui
I didn't
per
know what
qualcosa.
for.
Ok.
And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Oh, ci siamo stati fatti notare.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
Donna.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate.
Okay.
Don't look down on me.
Okay.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look,
Cosa?
based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think.
Non ho bisogno
Don't
che
tell me the
indovini.
answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you.
Sì, vabbè,
but this
questo qua è
traveler,
uno dei più
and
intelligenti,
you
ma
were
non è
gone
vero.
from the
Ma
academia for
no.
so long because
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the
È
correct
così bravo a
conclusion.
darti i biscottini.
as I expected. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank.
Madonna, Leighton.
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
Non lo so.
You have no idea?
Era dovuto improvvisare.
He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with.
Esatto, l'ha
That is the so-called pride
fatto
of a
convincere,
scholar.
buona, via.
If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
Facciamo convincere di qualcosa,
We
va
shouldn't
bene.
waste any more time. It would be
Esatto, andiamo. Questa finestra qui però.
Is this the Academia's library?
Fico.
Indeed.
Ma fatemi vivere
Known
qui.
as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special
Sono come
collections
Beh quello
library in
della
Tibet.
libreria della bestia.
There are a lot of students going through here.
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now, hurry along.
No, non impazzite, signorina. Cosa, per favore. Hide for now. Ha ragione.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are
Ok.
we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Great Sage.
Ok, dobbiamo
Let's
osservare. Va bene. Madonna, che bello sto
Think the
posto.
Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh, Paimon thinks that's really dangerous.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish
Il
to know
grande
his
saggio,
location,
Azar.
look
Beh, dai, ci hanno provato un minimo di design. A trap.
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, Scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly
Non
flattered.
è il momento di farlo spocchioso.
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
Sì,
It's a pity
quindi?
that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack.
Parliamone.
Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse.
Sì,
The
sì,
foot
sì, sì.
traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please.
Possiamo davvero parlare e trovare una soluzione tranquilla? Non credo proprio.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, Traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me?
Stai
Today
creando
is
un dio,
Niagarbaha
fermati.
Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. You seem to know quite a bit
Certo
about
che
our
conosco
endeavors.
abbastanza bene i fattori.
If that is so, then you should be praising our great work rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me?
Una gnosis.
Worthless.
Vabbè, la
Those
vogliono,
are
è vero?
all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work. Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to
Ma
reveal
non
them.
credo che sia proprio
This
questo il
is the
motivo, sia
pinnacle of
chiaro.
human wisdom.
Non è così.
We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight.
È ferito Irminsul,
For our
è
nation of
malato.
scholars,
Tutto per
this is
colpa
the
vostra.
ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great
Tu
to
dici che è il
realize
pinnacolo
it.
della saggezza umana, ma alla fine stai ancora andando su un dio.
You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion.
Sì, loro dicono che è il pinnacolo della conoscenza umana, però vogliono ancora creare un dio. Allora non è questo.
Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali. What can she
Però c'è
even do?
già, non c'è bisogno di creare un altro.
Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the academia. Does that make us equal to the gods?
Non dobbiamo essere uguali agli dei.
We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification. Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
L'arroganza di
As
questi
for your
scholar.
judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
I'll hate them? Are you talking about us?
Aspetta, forse ha un piano.
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested.
Aspetta, quello che
It's a
abbiamo
summary of my
registrato.
time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about her ready for your perusal.
Ce l'ha fatto registrare per un motivo.
I'll hate them? So you're still on the academia side! We finally started to trust you!
Tranquillo, ha messo il nostro, quello che c'è scritto noi. L'abbiamo registrato.
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your
98%.
data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible
Questo
leash.
include anche il vostro
Are you
generale.
not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this. Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Non credo proprio.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Rebat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
Oddio, non hanno pensato che invece di vedere Saino stavano controllando lui.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Saino, who had defected from the Academia.
Ti hanno scoperto?
With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an if I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work. Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Al-Haytham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Al-Haytham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence.
Sto facendo io il riassunto, faccio io il riassunto.
And continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Saino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person.
Vabbè, comunque tutto il piano della ITA voleva fingere di essere un traditore per noi, però loro l'hanno capito.
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say, no? Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations and the development of Sumeru's future academic systems. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our great work.
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight is turned to fight at long last. Guards!
Cosa stai facendo? Oh. No, 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 Al-Haytham, no.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Al-Haytham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane.
No, odiatelo ancora. No, prego, odiate ancora Leighton. Prego. Che lui voleva aiutarci. Ha fatto la cazzata, quello sì.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Okay.
Excellent. You may begin.
Oh. Let me out!
Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh?
Ma peggio del mio. Era tutto un piano.
According to plan so far, we made it into confinement, and Al-Haytham's probably done with his part too.
Te l'ho detto. Io l'ho sempre detto che Al-Haytham è un po' così, eccetera. Però è una bella persona, un po' testone, è abbastanza arrogante. Ma ok.
We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Al-Haytham sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble.
Ha rischiato un botto però per questo piano.
Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confinement room.
Okay.
Why do we want to get her locked up on purpose?
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of,
Esatto,
as well as the
così
greatest
magari
obstacle to the
pensano di
successful
averci
implementation of their plan.
preso, in realtà
They
ci
are
hanno portato
very
esattamente
aware of the
dove
risk
vogliamo
she
noi.
poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Sai, non se la ride, mamma mia.
That's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. She has a more important task once she's in confinement.
Once he's sottotitolo però.
Custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor.
Okay.
That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Suristhana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the academia, close to the sanctuary of Suristhana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
You've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Al-Haytham modified.
Eh sì.
Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha
Ma figata,
terminals when
bravi.
they locked us up
Hanno
in
veramente
here.
pensato a tutto.
Were they being careless?
Per la loro arroganza.
All right. So what now? Sounds easy
Ok,
enough.
devono trovare il
We can finally talk
segnale
with Nahida after all this time.
per parlare con Nahida.
There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
Ah. Devo vedere. Ah, ok, qua.
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
Ok. Eccolo qui.
Whoa, it's Mora.
Mora, niente.
Ooh, Mora. No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure.
Va bene, Paimon. No, andavo bene dove ero prima. Forse di qui? Ok, ci stiamo avvicinando. Eccola qua. Dai, però. Lumin, per favore. Ok.
No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
Ho capito quante volte devo riprovare prima di trovare il segnale. Santo cielo, come i vecchi cellulari. Oh, qui prende le posizioni terribili per far andare il cellulare. Ecco, speriamo fosse questo giusto. Oh, ce l'abbiamo fatta.
Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Ho un segnale.
Please work.
Perché è tutto buio però? Sei un rame. Oh! Ciao amore mio. Una barriera. Non isolarti, Naida. Per favore.
Nahida!
La nostra voce, che bello.
Hey, Nahida!
Non posso sentirti. Era ora che sentissi un po' la voce del Traveler. Visto che la sentiamo così poco.
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I wanted to become a worthy Archon.
Aww.
So I've kept studying. Kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me.
Madonna.
And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida!